In this lecture, we are going to look at the main steps that you need to take in proposal preparation. Once you have identified a suitable call for proposals and you want to submit your proposal in order to get your project funded, you have to write a proposal, to put together a proposal. So basically what I'm going to give you is the process that you have to follow in order to prepare a good proposal. And of course, you have to start by identifying a project idea. Why am I saying that? Because many times you find a call for proposals and you want to submit a project. So you react to the call for proposal. This is not, in general, a good idea. You should start by a strong project idea around which you are going to build a partnership and write the proposal. Then the second important thing is that you have to download the documents related to the call and analyzing them. You will have a terms of reference, you will have an application form, sometimes you have another document which is the logical framework, you have another document which is the budget. You have to download the documents and analyze them to understand in the first place what are the rules for that particular calls for proposals, if you are eligible and things like that. So you have to analyze on the basis of what you have read if it is a good idea to take part in that particular call for proposals. As I said before, you should check whether you are an eligible organization in an eligible country, whether you want to do what you want to do fits into the requirements of the call for proposals, if the budget which is allowed by the call is coherent with what you want to do. You normally have, for instance, in Horizon 2020, you have an indication like this project should cost 3 million euros. If you had in mind a project for 500,000 euros, this is not good. You should look for something else and things like that. Once you have decided that it is a good idea to participate in the call for proposals, then you have to prepare a proposal summary, a short document which carries the basic concept, the basic project idea, which you will need to start the partner search. Partner search is an articulated activity. It is very, very fundamental for the success of your application process. Having a good partnership, a strong partnership, allows you to have good hope that your proposal will be selected. There are many channels for partner search. Many programs provide you with facilities for partner search. And then you have networks like Unimed, which are there to support you in finding good partners. Once you have put together a suitable partnership, what you want to do is to share with your partners the workload of writing the proposal. So you should allocate responsibilities in the writing of the proposal. You should assign writing tasks to all of your partners. Of course, you need their agreement, and once you have done that, you can start working in parallel and waiting for the partners to send their contribution. In some cases, this is very, very critical. You need formal documents signed by, for instance, the legal representatives of the partners. So because this procedure is a bureaucratic one and can take a long time, you should, if in the call for proposal you find out that these documents are needed, you should start as soon as possible collecting these documents, sending this document to the partners and asking them to return the documents signed to you in time for submitting the proposal. Now, the biggest part, of course, is the writing of the proposal, and we will see in the next lecture some parts of this in collaboration with the partners. You have to finalize the full documentation set, which means you put together all the bits and pieces, and then you give them a final check. Sometimes, in some cases, you still need to do the packaging if the donor requires that you submit also paper copies. In most of the cases now, the submission happens via the internet, via the web. So you don't need actually to do the packaging, but in some cases, this is needed. The submission, as I said, in 95% of the cases is now electronic, but this means that you must check the procedure well in advance. Sometimes you need, in many cases, you need a particular identification code for the organization. For instance, for Horizon 2020 is called the PIC, PIC, Patent Identification Code, to be obtained from the European Commission. In the case of EuropeAid, you need what is called the PADOR code, and again, you have to ask for the PADOR, you have to submit. So you must start in advance, and so that you make sure that when you do the final submission, you have all what is needed. Everything is in place.